Guru Kripa Kevalam. Namaste and welcome everyone to Satsang today. Sadguru Shri Muji Baba ki Jai. How would it be if some of us have weighing scales at home? So suppose we were using that weighing scale to measure everything. Our relationships, the money in our bank, health of the body, how free we are, everything. Suppose we were using that weighing scale. And you had a friend like this who was doing that. What would you tell them? Huh? What would you say? What would you say? Crazy, huh? Why? Because can't use it for that. Can't use it for that. Okay. So what is the function of the mind? Huh? Measure what?
It's just to interpret.
Is it a true measurement of anything? Of everything? So this is what's happened somehow as part of this Leela, that in the human condition, we started using the wrong instrument to gauge things which have a lot more depth than the mind can understand. So what is the way out? Not going to the mind, not entering this false realm of knowledge, because this one hardly says, I don't know. No? This one hardly says, I don't know. It'll come up with some answer for everything. Or it'll say, I'll find out. Let's go get that book. Let's read something. Or remember what that master said. You see? So it uses all of its ability to try and not let you go anywhere else. It's like an uncle who is a know-it-all. Wouldn't all of us have some uncle like that? You start talking to them, but they know everything. Say, what is the speed of life? They'll tell you. What is the way to the self? They'll tell you. See, everything. There's nothing that they will leave. So this know-it-all uncle is here. See? But actually, its scope of knowledge is very little, if anything at all. But it speaks authoritatively. But based on that authoritativeness and actually deviousness tries to claim it's your best friend, it's always there for you, all of these things, how much can we trust it just on that basis? And importantly, can we trust it higher than the voice that you hear from your own heart and the voice that you hear in Satsang, which is the same? What is worthy for us to follow? Even this answer, where will we get? Even this answer, where can we get? So there's a concept machine which will keep delivering this seeming knowledge, which is actually ignorance. But what that also says is that without me, you are lost. You may be believing that right now. That if I don't have the mind to refer to, then I'm just lost. What else do I have? At least that's the one friend I have. It's always there for me. This you will not deny. It's always available to you. But whether it is there for you or not is a different question. It is there to exert its supremacy over you so that you can continue to believe, to take yourself to be this limited body mind. We can't even call it entity. With me so far? Everyone's with me? Now, some of you who are new will say, but isn't mind also consciousness? Why you're always beating up on the mind? Mind also comes from God. Yes, yes, yes. All that I'm not denying. It's very true. You see? But a little child also sometimes tells you stories. A little child can tell you, I woke up this morning and I went to Timbuktu, and over there I saw 5 elephants and their tusks were whooping. But because the child is God or made up of God, would you say, okay, I'll believe all of your stories? So, so I'm not denying that everything is consciousness, of course. And I'm not even getting to why God would play like that, because why is the most nonsensical waste of time. You see? But really to look and to say, what is its main claim? What is the main claim of the mind? What is the main claim on which every other claim seems to rest? What is its main proposal to you? That I am this body mind, I am this limited entity. You see? And now, what is your insight telling you? What is your insight telling you?
You're actually the intelligence which is beyond the mind and the senses.
Yes.
Due to which the mind actually can work. You can see only of your thoughts only because of the intelligence you are.
Yes. Yes. You see? So it's revealing a deeper truth, a greater truth to all of us. Isn't it? So this is the primary error, let's say. You see? And all of satsang is just about switching the perspective, switching out from the mental perspective of you being this limited body mind into the intuitive insight about you being that which is aware of all there is, and that all there is your very being. So you as awareness, aware of your very being, which is actually all there is, but beyond anything that the mind can imagine about all there is. So, what is the worry? What compels you to refer to yourself through the lens of mental constructs? There's a habit, of course, but once you see the habit, do you feel completely ready to let go? It's like a habit. Let's say for a moment, it's like an addiction, you see, and it may have some withdrawal symptoms. You may feel scared. You may seem wobbly. You may not know where you are. You may not know whether you're sitting or standing. You may get all this type of fear, or you may not get any of that. You see? But knowing that it is an addiction of ignorance, an addiction of lies, do you feel ready to let it go? Or do you feel like you want a bit of both? Is it? What is your response? Kinda? Ready to let go? Yes? Good. That's a good start. So then that's a good start. No? Now, let go. And whatever the proposal is from the mind, just let it go. As if it is some other language. Don't bother with it. And if there is something that you are compelled to believe, you expose it. You see? Expose it in your own light, or type it out, or speak it out. I want to give you a taste of freedom. But for the moment, lose the notion freedom also. Lose all positions. Just let go. Don't worry about attention also. Don't have to control it at all. Let it go wherever it wants. You're not trying to perceive something. You're not trying to control anything. Just let it go. With me? Now, if you're being forced to believe something, you believe that you're being forced to believe something, you expose that belief.
I can't stay here.
I can't stay here. See, I can't stay here. Is that once you expose it, is it a laughable notion already? Or?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, good. See, if it's already a laughable notion in the exposing of it, then you don't even need to inquire into it. You see, but you have to be true to yourself. You have to be true to yourself in the looking. You see? So, I can't stay here. You see? It's laughable from all perspectives. You can also type in the chat if you want. If you feel like you have to uh, believe this notion, that this has to be true. Pressure in my head created and believed that doesn't go away. Is this one? Raise your hand. The one who has this. There. Ah. Okay.
I couldn't find the hand, so I put the thumb on.
Now see again what's happening.
It's the same as always. It's like it's reducing a little bit, but it's been like going on for months, but like when I like kind of accept it, it goes away, but it still like goes back. And
But if you accept it,
it's not
then how?
fully.
Yes. If you accept the intention that it should go away, only then can you say, but I accepted it, it's still not going. You see, that's not acceptance. It's a devious rejection. Are you with me? It's like saying, I often use this example, isn't it? Many feel like what we resist persists. So instead of resisting the ego, I'm going to embrace it so that it goes away.
Exactly. Exactly.
That is a devious rejection, actually. You see, it's like trying to fool the ego into death. So when we embrace it, we're just waiting for it to die. Are you gone yet? Are you gone yet? We can't do it like that. We can't play these tricks. You see? So let's come back to our experiment. Right now, you are open and empty. You can't help it. It's naturally. It's God's gift to God. So right now, you're open and empty. Now, allow all these notion thoughts to come. But that which you have to believe, you expose that.
It's just like a sensation.
Your mind is telling you,
I guess it's the mind, because I just feel a sensation in my brain, which
so let the experiencing of the sensation happen. Let the experiencing of the sensation happen. Whatever perception there is, let it happen. What is that perception doing to the space of you, to the space of your being? What is it hurting?
to the space, nothing. It's a belief in the sensation that it's real.
Yes. So a belief that not just the sensation is being experienced, but also that it should not be there. You see, that is what it is believing.
Yeah, that's true. And then the next sentence is like, why doesn't go away? You know, it's like,
God is making this mistake. He's giving sensations which I don't need. Why don't they just go away? Is it? Isn't it?
yeah, how to accept something that there is something that doesn't want to accept it.
Don't make it accept or reject anything. Just leave it
Okay.
aside. Leave it aside. That which can accept or reject is your intellect. Is your mind intellect. So keep that aside. Now,
If I don't cling to the idea that it shouldn't be there,
yes.
there is only a space.
So don't cling to the idea.
But I need a magic wand from you.
I'm giving
like there is something in me that I still don't believe in some certain ways, you know, that I'm.
yeah. So
And sometimes
what is it that you do believe? Let's look at that. No, let's look at that. What you do believe? You believe the sensation is a mistake. You should not be experiencing it. You see, you are that which is separate from God, because God would not give God Himself or herself too much to experience, isn't it? So you are believing that you are separate from all of this, and then you still come to Advaita Satsang, which talks about non-duality. So there's a clash of belief systems which is happening, because on one hand you're believing that this should not be. God is making a mistake, and I am experiencing it. It is not God. On the other hand, something is appealing in your heart for you to come to satsang. So this is where all this crazy contradiction is happening, and this sort of confusion is what suffering looks like.
But it's funny, but it's just like a tiny peanut, you know.
Yeah.
The rest, there is nothing.
This
So
whole
I don't.
this whole universe is a tiny peanut for you.
And yesterday, when you post in the Instagram, you know, you are Shiva, and I felt like everything is Shiva, and there is, when I'm in my heart, everything is Shiva, like everything, like anything, but suddenly, like this little peanut, you know, tiny dust, you know, and I believe in this little tiny dust, and I'm just like, what is going on with me?
So stop it. So stop it. Is it?
Okay. And okay, so I surrender it to you. Okay, I give it to you.
Like stop it. Stop it.
Stop it. Because not even that I can do.
Just again, fresh. Let's try. Stop it. It doesn't mean thoughts have to stop. Thoughts can come and go. Don't accept them to be real. That is completely a power that you have as consciousness.
So many times they vanish, and right now, like they are vanishing, like there is no thought.
Yeah.
It's like being in the space is great.
That's not a thought. So all of this, like when this spaciousness comes, then we feel like we need to own it. So we have to label it and say this is very nice. You see, but actually in your pure perception, what else do you need? Do you need the construct of what is happening to you?
No. I don't need anything at all.
What are you afraid of here?
When I go outside, you know that.
Wait. We are not done with the experiment yet.
Okay.
So the realm of speculation and things. So forget about outside, inside, all those notions. Those are just thoughts. Just come back to fresh, fully fresh. Yes, start fresh now. Let all thoughts come and go. And that which you can't let go, it seems so real. Pick up that one and expose it here.
I'm fine, Annie.
That's very good. That's very good. Now the mind will play various tricks with you. It will say, but this is boring. What did I actually get? Freedom can't be like this. All these attacks will come. Even that which seems helpful is actually a distraction and an attack. You see? So let it come and go in the same way. One says in the meanwhile, uh, Father, this life is also a thought. We exist is also a thought. Every thought is a thought. Okay? Every thought. Everything that you can think is a thought. True life is not the label life. True existence cannot be captured in the label existence. Everything you can think is a thought. I know it sounds very obvious, but it gets missed sometimes. Okay, so Marissa, you can do this and you type again if something comes. Very good. Let's go to Laura. Laura, who said, there you are. It's too much for me.
Yeah, it happens quite a bit. There's it's almost as if, well, there are two things. I think there's
Okay,
there's a recognition that like the war is over, like it's over.
If you pause here, you'll save yourself a lot of time. So let's just pause here and start fresh. Okay. This is the advantage of this beautiful being, that no matter what happened, and it could have happened for millions of years, it doesn't matter. You are open and empty right now, in this very moment. You're as free as you'll ever be. You see? Now, it all depends on where we take it from here. So allow these thoughts to come and go. Allow every thought to come and go. And that which truly gets your belief that this has to be real, you expose that one.
I can't find anything.
Keep going. Don't worry. We have time.
Yeah, what comes is like a feeling of overwhelm or something, as if like
Yes.
it's too much. Like I need to sit down on the ski slope, like I'm mid slope and got to stop to something because I can't handle this. Or
Okay.
does that make, that's what comes
Yes, my dear. So
kind of
let's
feeling.
invite this, don't run from it, and see if you can just stay with the perception of it and allow all of its interpretation to go. So don't run from any perception and allow the interpretation of it, what it means, to go. Whether it is overwhelming, whether you can handle it. Are these inherent in the perception itself?
No.
So don't try to explain what is happening to yourself. That is what the mind is trying to do. So allow the perception to happen. You don't know what it is for, see, or what it implies. Don't run from it. Just remain as open and empty as possible. Allow everything to come and go, including these perceptions.
There's a clenching in the gut, like this, but there's a lot of space around it right now.
Very good. It doesn't mean anything. Let it be there, but don't try to derive some idea of what that implies.
I see. Yeah. Yeah.
That's like a new position.
No, it's just it's like that feeling popped, but it doesn't matter that it popped. That's what's the laughter is. It doesn't matter to this. Like I think something's been trying to
Yes.
control what happens in some way. Like this is an alignment with freedom. This isn't. And
Yeah.
the clenching or unclenching makes no difference to this whatsoever. None.
Yes.
And I think it's just amazing.
Now, even all of these constructs, leave them. As beautiful as they may sound, just leave them. Because what is true does not go away.
No.
It's as simple as that. How many of you, or is there anyone who's feeling that it is too difficult? Just raise your physical hand. Too difficult? Okay, let's go. I see one hand. Saskia. Let's go to Saskia. Sadia.
I don't know what to say.
Yes, but there's a idea that it is too tough. It's too much. Is it like this?
Yeah, I put a line in the chat earlier.
Nice. Now, here and now, your being is independent from whatever conditions there may be, whatever there may be that may have been experienced in this worldly life. Is it? Your being is fresh from that. Is it? Now, tell me what you're believing, and you can't leave.
I think maybe the belief is that it's harder for me, which doesn't make any sense.
So, if you feel it doesn't make any sense, then no inquiry is needed into that, because once you expose it, there's already some distance from it. Is it? But if you feel that it could be true, you could look at and really and say, harder for who? Who is it harder for?
And I do this often, and it keeps coming frequently.
Yeah. Who does it?
Yeah.
Sometimes that question can be irritating. I'm well aware. You see, because I do it. No? So, but many times it can be that if you were there in Satsang last time, so you must have heard me talking about the whack-a-mole guy, the spiritual guy who tries to use the practice to make life or something better for them. You see? So, yes.
I've been listening to that again and again when I've this week wanted to stick a knife inside me.
I see. So, who? You. The question may sound actually oppressive sometimes, but actually it's your doorway to freedom. It's an instant gateway to freedom. Gateway out of delusion, actually. Freedom is always there.
And I see what's happened where I've looked and asked and then claimed some credit for spotting it.
Yeah.
So reinforcing the me.
So just humor me and just tell me who is the I, this one, who sees what's happened. Who is that one?
Check a guy.
Okay, good. That's a very good spot. So you notice that there's an aspect of your mind which is able to make progress reports about how well you're doing or how badly you're doing. So it can give you marks. So already you've seen that to be the checker guy. So let's leave that. Let's leave that. Now what is here?
Fear.
Say again.
Fear.
Fear is here. So allow it to be there. I'm with you. I'm with you. Don't run from it at all. Allow the perception of this to be experienced fully. Nothing true will be taken away from you. Nothing worthwhile will be gone from this. Don't try to understand anything at all. Just be with what you are perceiving.
The mind's saying the fear's too strong.
Yes.
So it's not true.
Yes. And the mind says, what is our one job? Just to let it go. What's happening in the rest of you?
and seeing and noticing of things happening in the body that the mind wants to interpret.
Is there a special fascination with just the perception of sensation which we call in the body, or it is universal, the seeing itself?
When I said it, it felt that was the thing to focus on. It felt too big, but there it's a bit broader.
Now, let's be fresh again. Fresh, fresh, fresh.
Yeah, so the wanting to stab myself still. Okay.
What is it? Can you identify it as a perception? Is it a thought? What is this that you're reporting?
It's seeing a thought that persistently comes because it always grabs my attention.
I see. So now, again, I'm with you. We are together as a Sangha in this. So let this thought come. Let it come 100 times. In fact, if it stops, don't let it stop. Let it keep coming. Let's count. How many times does it come? Will we try this?
Not coming now.
Yes. Don't run from it. Don't run from it at all. If it comes, we just count it. If it comes, we just count.
So it was coming and I was letting it play out to a conclusion of blood everywhere and body dead. And I'm still watching.
Yeah. All these perceptions, you can allow everything to come. Everything. That which seems the most terrible, the most horrific, can be allowed to come. In India, we have imagery of gods which are there at both extremes. So you could have like a Krishna playing in the garden with the gopis, yeah, beautiful, beautiful, what is called Ras Leela. But you could also have Kali Roop, the most horrific, most fearsome, you see, with skulls in her hands, she's dancing. No? So both are allowed, both are God. Don't run away from anything. Both are appearing only in your lives. Don't have any idea that this should not be. Every should not, throw it away. Every should also. Mostly the should not.
Could I just expose a should not?
Yes, yes.
So for a long time, I've carried the guilt of wanting to kill my father to save myself, save my sisters, and save my mum.
You've been getting this persistent thought.
This is what I wanted to do for most of my childhood.
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't do it, but I carried the guilt of wanting to do that.
Have you forgiven yourself for it? Because actually there is nothing to forgive. If a thought comes repeatedly in the mind, there's nobody to blame. It is just consciousness playing that way.
I think I was asking for your forgiveness just then.
Oh, fully, man. Fully accepted here, fully. It doesn't matter. Every one of us has gone through such strange thought processes and beliefs and all of these things. It doesn't matter at all. They're fully pure, fully pristine. Now, fresh again, fresh again.
A lot of gratitude here for having this opportunity to overcome a fear, which is speaking in front of people.
Yeah. Very good, very good.
I know that's not mine.
The exercise is not so that we can beat ourselves up about something. It's just very natural, gentle looking. It's a very natural, gentle looking, because sometimes what happens is that we are not able to distinguish between pure perception and the explanations and the narratives we weave in our mind. So an exercise like this is very helpful because you can see that the pure perception can continue, but it is quite distinct. The process is very distinct from making the story in our mind. And just to see that is good, because we are allowing everything to move, everything to be fresh, but we're not holding on to any story about it, what it means. It's just allowed to come and go. So even the conclusion that, okay, yes, that was also just the mind. It can just, once it's seen that way, we don't need to make a conceptual conclusion about it. Because very soon then the mind will tell you you're not doing well enough, or you're unworthy, or you need to practice this some more before you can truly be free. These kind of ideas which are in time and back in the narrative can be proposed to you then. You see, but you are free like that you're free. Free. You can't help it. You're just free. Too free. It's the poor mind which has such a difficult job. You're free. Like, you see, so who has the tougher job? We all have it easy actually. In God's design, it may seem so difficult, but it's so easy. How to become free without a how-to. It can't be that easy. Then free. No, you're just fooling yourself. Maybe true for him, but you're not there yet. All this, you may believe 100 stories in like 1 minute, and next minute you're free. Poor mind. What a narrative it weaves. And in an instant, it's all gone. The story could be super complex and intricate, and this has happened. You see, or why hasn't it happened? All these ideas. And next instant, gone. So then it sends an artillery shell. No? Says, no, really, it's not true. You see, this has actually happened with you. Get serious now. Yes. Then you buy into that idea. You see, and you may buy again into 100 more ideas. But what happened to being? Nothing. You're free. You see? I'm playing for the easier side. They're bound to win. You see, there's no losing. Tell me right now. Tell me, what are you identified with right at this moment? Right now. Now. Right now. What's your name right now? Right now, what's your name? You see, even the basis, the label with which all these stories are weaved, even that is not there right now. So who will you put in that idea? Who will you put in that story? What's happening to you? What's happening to you? Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Like what? See, the mind's proposals are false claims to knowledge about what is true for you, what's happening to you. But can you really look and say? You with me, my dear? Just really look and say. You can't find a location. Where do I look to find what's happening to me? Is it like this? Like this or no? You could build the most sophisticated house, but fundamentally it's still a house of cards. It will be blown away so easily. Okay, so your project is the reverse today. Your job is to be bound in this instant. Right now, be bound. Don't be free. And whoever succeeds can raise their hand like this. Succeed in becoming bound. Don't be free right now. I don't want anyone to be free. Right now. You're too free. I see you all. You're too free. Come on, get with the program, will you? Come on. Let's go to the next screen. What's happening here? Huh? Too free here also. If you have an idea of freedom, which looks different from this, throw that idea away. You see, even if it looks the same, throw it away. It's fine. Because this is it. It's moment to moment, you see. In this moment of notionless existence, you are as much a sage as the greatest sage. And the instant you buy a story about yourself, you are as much in hell as hell can be. It's all here. See? Now, the main trump card from your mind will be, what about me? I had some desires, I had some plan, I wanted my freedom to look like this, I wanted to get something out of this. Throw it all away. Take one axe and chop it all off. Don't mollycoddle it. Just throw it. Now, fresh or no? You play that game today. So I don't want anyone meditating. I don't want anyone doing anything except what I'm saying. Okay. Now, just your only job is to be completely fresh in this moment. Like, be completely fresh. You see? Just be with me, right? Full on, right now. You see? Come. So if you go into the mind, you see, and then you're not with me. Yeah, you're not with me. Come, move fast, fresh. No slow. I don't want anyone becoming still. Okay, no stillness allowed here. Just full on. Okay, who's with me? Everyone with me? Come. Can't see the eyes so well. Okay, I can see better. Come. Fresh. Stay fresh. Nothing. Leave it. Out. Leave it. Left it or no? Leave it. Left it. Fresh. Now. Here. No. Leave it. Come. Leave. Yes, very good. Good. No becoming still. Okay. Just fully fresh. Very good. Brahm, come out. Come. Leave it. Stay with me. Fresh. Shivam, come. Leave it. Come fresh. Here. Right here. Yeah, don't understand anything. Don't understand anything at all. Nothing. Okay. Very good. Matthew, come. Matthew. Don't understand. Cass, leave it all. Don't get anything at all. Don't understand. Be fully fresh right here. Very good. This one, Olga. Like, I don't want to leave it. Come. Fresh, fully fresh. Here. Let the mind chase you. You don't go after it. Let the mind chase you. It can't catch up with your being. Don't understand anything. You don't go to it. Be fresh. Sumit, come out of it. Leave it fresh. Here. Right here. You with me? Here? With me? What's happening here? Jonas? Here? You can perceive everything clearly here. Yes? Yeah. Nitin, remove the mask. Come on, Arvind. No? Here. Just here. Fully here. Don't have to get anything at all. Yes? No deepening, no stillness, no meditation, nothing. Yeah? Good. Stay. It's good. It can feel a bit for a moment or two. Good. Yeah. Very good. Come. It happens. There's a gravitation pull that seems to be exerted. No? Leave it, but just leave it. Look at this now. I looked at these guys, now these guys. Come on, Laura, back, fresh. Don't build a house in your mind. Just be fresh. Come with me. Come. Yes. Jada, good. Jada, leave it. Come, fresh. Here with me. Nothing is better than this. Nothing your mind is proposing is better than this. Yes? Yeah. No. Whatever. Even the highest conclusion. No. Don't rest. No resting, no stillness, no meditation, no deepening, nothing. Yes? Manfred, with me? Here. Right here. Shrikant, no building houses, no constructing anything. Just so fresh, open, fresh. Come on, Matthew. No, don't go there. Come with me. Come. We don't have to live there, we can live here. Huh? Wake up. No meditating, no stillness, no deepening, nothing. You can go do all that later. Ganas, with me? Here? No building houses. Huh? Where you going? Come. Yeah. See? It's like this. Your being is too fast for the mind. It's too fresh for the mind. It's just here. Yeah. Mind, by then you've already gone. Maybe you've gone. Yeah, where are you? I can't see you. Nothing is missing here. It's all here. Life is here. Being is here. God is here. Everything. No. Like sometimes, what are you saying? How do I do this? You don't understand. It's okay. I'm doing it for you. No, no construction activity. Just fully fresh. You burned everything down. You are now fully fresh. You're not attached to anything. You're here. Don't worry. It's not difficult. Just here. You're naturally here, isn't it? It's not that you're doing something. I'm just reminding you not to go back, to look back. Because the mind is the voice calling you back. Come. I have something for you. Don't go there. Don't go there. But not so much explanation. Not just. Let me see. Not bad. Not too bad. What's happening, Tatiana? Come on, with me. No, she don't want to come. Tatiana, with me or no? Yes, very good. Here, fresh. The misery can become like a comfort zone. The suffering voice of the mind can seem so compelling because it's like a lullaby calling you back to sleep. Come. But life is here. God is here. Kisha, no. Come. All that I'm saying is not so that you can understand. Just so that you can leave it. Just so you can leave it. Okay? No? Still? Kisha? Fresh. Who's with me? Here. Very good. You will never prefer a story over this. Never prefer. Never. This is just too good. Okay, Jada, come. No, you can't use this in any story. Leave it all. Also, Shivam, here, with me here. I'm here. That which is calling you back has no power over you. Leave it. Just be fresh. Where Laurence? Laurence is somewhere else. Huh? Are you eating falafel? Come. Fresh God is waiting for you. Fresh God, right here in your being. It's right here. Don't waste time on some other speculation. Yes. Don't be serious. Some of you are too serious. You're thinking about truth too much. Just be here. This is the truth. This doesn't mean you have to become extroverted and just laughing everywhere you go. None of that. Just fresh here. Who's completely lost with what I'm saying? Yeah? You're remembering her also. Now? Are you back? He's like, is he done now? You see, but doesn't get over. This is like this only. You wanted freedom, no? This is what it looks like. Freedom doesn't mean okay now. Oh, yes, right. This is what's happening. That's not freedom. Fresh, like this. Are you seeing this? See? Can you see how fresh your being is? Just naturally here. And it has no worries, no troubles, no suffering, nothing. Just so alive. Aliveness itself. No? Aliveness itself is here. But when you go back, it has the capability to go back and look into the past, think about things, you see, and get into that sort of hypnotized mode. You see? But that hypnotized mode is what ego is called. Being hypnotized by that, being calm. All this is fine. You did well. Calm. Yeah? You're good? Yeah. We'll talk like a good friend or something. Just leave it. Leave it. It's not tiring. The mind may tell you it's tiring. The first time we did this here, the ones who were sitting here were actually sweating. They were actually sweating for this thing. I remember. Are you seeing what freedom looks like? What a pain it would be to go back to the mind. Yes, this is what's happening here. This is good. Why is this one looking like this? Why does this one say this to me? This kind of stuff. So alien. No? Yes or no? I don't want just rah-rah stuff. Yes, if you really yes. The mind's proposals are make-believe. It is not this. This is the freshness of your true being. The mind will say, but how can I live like this? No? Leave it. It's that same old voice. Terrible stuff. Leave it. Old stuff. You want fresh or you want old stale stuff? Pick fresh. You have no way to construct this, but we are in a way addicted to that construction. And that voice of narrative keeps calling us back. It wants to construct a narrative. Wants to construct a narrative even out of all of this. You see? Say, what happened? Yeah, this is not even that. Just leave it. Don't be scared. I'm not judging you.
There is no thought also, there is a thought. Is there a thought?
Just look fresh. Look free. Or just look fresh, but keep thinking. Because you have to solve that. No, that problem has to be solved. But outwardly. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Is the freshness of your being. So much. Just presence is here. What do you need answers for? It's all to old stale stories, stale concepts, primitive notions. It doesn't matter. Whatever has happened in life doesn't matter. You're here now. This presence is God's presence. It's the presence of consciousness itself. Yeah. Does that mean the thing is over? Okay, you have to. This is how you live. Not what does this mean? Can I really live like this? It's too difficult. Still old stuff. Throw it away. Fresh flowers are blooming for you in your being right here. Don't go to some old pasta from 2 weeks ago. This is how you'll get out of a conceptual spirituality and truly come to the living of it. What do you think? Don't. Okay, let's go to Shivam. Something's happening with him.
Hello, Father.
Oh, my dear. Nice to see you. It's been a bit.
Yes, this
Have
is
you
why I wanted to come.
painting the
Eh?
town? Have you been literally
No,
been painting the town red, is it?
the town. What I was doing? Sorry.
No, I was asking whether you've been doing a lot of painting, and I was using this metaphor in English. It may not make sense in Italian so much.
No. Actually, I was doing my rock noise more than than
Ah,
painting.
rock,
Yeah,
rock noise band, yes.
yeah, and
That must keep
yeah.
you very fresh, no? Making all,
Yes, that is very. It's super satsang.
yeah.
Super. Yes, and yeah, I wanted to say hello, Father.
Hello. Hello, man.
I love you.
I love you.
And yeah, yeah,
I see you, all of you, okay? I see you.
yeah,
What is here
I'm
now?
with you in this.
Yeah, yeah. Here, not there. You're not. If you're with me in this, then you don't go there. You're here. Whatever the narrative is, will not provide any solution to you. You trust me on this? Will
Yes.
not provide any solution to you. It will become narrative after narrative, seeming confusion to seeming conclusions. You see, throw it all away. You say I'm here. You're here with me. Are you here with me?
Yes.
Fully, fully, fully. Yes. Something still needs some resolution to something. Is it like that?
Yes.
Okay, say it. Say it. Say it.
Uh,
Huh?
the waiting for something to happen, it's somehow is here, no?
Yeah. But what I'm showing you, see, what I'm showing you is all that you've been waiting for all your life. This is it. It doesn't get any better than this. All that is just mental speculation. You see, it takes you away from what you're already experiencing here and now. God is in your heart, fully shining and alive, bringing this world to light. You see? While we are wondering how to solve our problems. You know, God is just. Hello. You see, that's what happens. God is here. Hello. Like, how do I find God? Hello. Have I really found? What will happen when I find God? Hello. You see, so this is how the mind keeps us trapped. Like if you have an idea of something should happen or some fireworks, but this is the firework you're missing. Look at that. You come to Bangalore.
Yeah.
You take the seriousness out of you. So suppose that you spent 1,000 years building up to that moment of freedom. And you had an expectation that when freedom comes, then some red light will shine in the skies or something. So now, like you come to that moment, you're finding everything that anyone could ever ask for, but just that idea, that notion of that red light shining in the sky doesn't have to play out that way. So does the seeming indicator or the sign have to show up for you to prove that God is here? What is happening to you besides what's in the mind?
Um, Well, the doubt is that everything is mind right now, somehow. Everything is scanned by mind, you know?
Okay. So just look with me. So this thought is there. Everything is in the mind, or everything is the mind.
Yeah.
Does that
Right
continue?
now.
Every aspect
Sorry?
of you has this thought. Every aspect of your being has this thought going on.
No.
So what else is there? Is there any other sensation, some bodily sensation? You can rub your hands. That's there, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. There is a body sensation.
Yeah. What else?
I feel the body. I feel there is also nothing going on. and
Yeah.
it's perceived somehow.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. You hear this voice coming to you through the computer or phone or whatever. That's also
yes.
perceived. Yeah.
Yes.
You can experience the temperature on the skin. You can feel either hot or cold, whatever sensation may be experienced. So much is being perceived.
Mm-hmm.
But we miss all of this because we are just in the mind, and the mind is saying everything is being, you see, everything is the mind, or something like that.
Yeah.
And
Well,
exactly.
somehow it's sorry.
Yeah, yeah. It's like the mind, the translator or the subtitle of the movie is the smallest part of the movie. But because we have relied on it to give us meaning, what does all of this mean? So it seems like it is the biggest part.
Hmm.
You see? So leave that. Don't be scared to have no meaning for a moment. And meet everything else in your pure perception. Besides the subtitles, what else is there in this movie?
It's like you already know the language of it.
Yes. You see? You don't need the subtitle. All the intelligence that you need is inherent in the pure perception itself. You see, everything that you need to know. It's like much more than our mind could ever handle. And that's why it tries to construct a storybook version. The mind cannot translate one moment for you. This one moment, untranslatable. So, what is there without the subtitle? What is there?
Also proposing the idea of tiredness, of making an effort. This is an effort. That is an idea that is proposed.
To be fresh is an effort. No? That is the mind's perspective. Like, just to be here. How can you? You're being here too much. Come to the past.
Just
No, I'm just
relax.
translating its
Just relax
translation.
a bit.
Huh?
Just relax a bit.
Yeah, but when you're fully relaxed, are you just not like this? Like, what is the effort you're having to do to be here? Like, does relax mean in a kind of half sleep, in a lull, like a lull type? Yeah, I'm open to hypnotism. Yeah. Basically, like that's what we're saying. That just relax a bit, listen to me, come. Okay, now this is too much work. Come, I'll tell you what's happening. Come, my child, come. Yeah, you're almost in that lullaby mode. The mind will sing to you, don't worry. Next satsang will be normal. We'll be back to discussing awareness and who is aware. You like that stuff, isn't it? So we can always almost like subliminal programming. Shivam, come to Bangalore.
Yes, please.
Travel is opened up now. We had our first visitor from Germany now. Travel is open.
Some?
From Germany. Somebody has come from Germany. Jonas has come. What's happening? Something seems very stuck, or what's happening?
Well, it seems something is with you.
And the rest of you?
Something. Yes, there is this there is the doubt that maybe something is not with him, because I'm here, of course, and I'm.
Okay, my child, I'm going to tell you something.
Yes.
The lens with which you're looking at this situation, throw it away. Throw away the lens. You see, you're trying to understand it in your mind, what is happening. Throw it away. You see, it is not showing you the true picture. Your true picture is much beyond all of this. You see?
Yeah.
So maybe whatever the apparent reasons may be, you're trying to look at everything with that window, but that window itself is clouded, you see, so everything will seem clouded. So just break that window and you'll see everything is clear. I don't want you partly.
Two?
I don't want just a part of you.
Yes.
This is not meant to make you feel guilty or that you're doing something wrong. None of that.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you that the other part, which is the narrative, the story, the explanation, the mind, is not giving you anything worthwhile. There's nothing there to fight for.
I know.
And actually, once you see there's nothing to fight for there, the fight also is over. There's nothing to fight against also. You only have to fight against the mind if you still desire something from it. It's a contradiction. Like if you had nothing, if like I was telling this child, be dead to the world and let the world be dead to you, then what is the fight? Nothing. You only fight with the mind and you still want something from there and you want to pull it out and keep it for yourself. But you don't want anything. You're full, complete. What fight is there? Yeah. Expose one thought that you're believing right now.
it seems so stupid because oh my
The minute you bring it to your own light, no? Like it's going to be exposed, you start seeing the silliness of it.
yeah, it's more it's the idea that there is some thought
Yeah,
even if there is no thought right now, there's this
yeah,
idea that there is something that is not
yeah.
yet
That idea is the thought.
done. Eh?
That
This is
idea is the only thought. So leave
yeah.
that alone. Yeah. Now what's the idea? There's no difference between idea and thought.
Yeah. I don't know, Father.
I don't know is very good. I don't know, real I don't know doesn't make you suffer. If you start
Yeah.
knowing too much that I don't know, that may make you suffer. Or knowing something may make you suffer. You see? But then in the middle, the gray area doesn't make you suffer. It's just so open. Like the knowing either this way or that way is so close. The gray area is just that's where God lives. Everything is possible for God. For that, for which everything is possible. What could you know? Again, knowledge is claiming a claim about that in some way. You see? But it's not true. Because for consciousness, all things are possible. If you say, no, life is like this, life is very fair, or life is very unfair. For consciousness, both are meaningful. It is not dancing to some tunes of fair and unfair. It's just intellectual games we play in spirituality. Nothing to do with reality. Is your being fair or unfair? Nothing. You see, it's not applicable. All these things are. Yes, forget about. Huh? What is the mafioso style to say? Forget about it. Forget about it.
But.
Just throw it away. Yes, throw away this thought. Just kick the butt in the butt. But equals to me. But equals me.
Yeah.
So none of the buts are like, but God is, it's not working out for God. God is not freeing us right now.
You see, I'm still stuck in the me. No,
But
I'm so
equals.
bad. Oh no, I'm such a bad student, Father.
It's a bad student, I tell you.
Eh?
No, I'm just That snapped him out of the narrative. That was unexpected. Sometimes you just have to say something to pull you out of the narrative. It's just like, there was one boy, he said, because Ananta is usually, yes, my child, love you, my child, it's all good, my child, always with you, my child. So this child said, Father, I have this club of friends, and we go out drinking every Friday. We drink tequila every Friday, and is that okay? So I said no. So, so he said, what? Nice shot. Nice shot. I was just kidding with him. But usually what happens is that because Father will only say, of course, my child. That was like worms, eh? Oh, I'm such a bad student. And oh, my child, I'm always with you, my child. You've been so good. He's unworthy.
Oh my God.
Then just good to change the script. So we had Friday evening satsang just because of that request from that child. He can't go. You can't. 2 minutes back. Did you hear a dancer? House down. Now you don't have to return to those narratives. What's happening now? But I can't help it, Father. What stops you from being right now?
Nothing.
Only an idea of how that being should be being.
Yeah.
This being right now is not good enough. I should be being super enlightened level 4 master.
Oh, dear me. Oh my God.
Yeah. Absurd. It's
Oh.
absurd. That which defines a way of being for us doesn't have any existence in reality of its own.
No. Mm.
But
What?
eh?
Eh? I'm joking.
We should go around the room just asking how you say that. Because I know that Olga is, I don't know if she's still here, but she used to say, huh? Huh? German they say like that?
Huh?
Huh? In India we say, huh? Come, my dear, come. I feel it'll be good if you come.
Yeah.
Like, can make some space like that? Or
Sorry?
you feel life can make some space for this to happen? It's coming to Bangalore?
Yes. Yes. I will try. I will. I. Yes.
Hey,
Yes, Father.
come. Love you, love you. I can see all of you are meditating and you're being still, not following any instruction. Fresh, tired. But that's funny to see, no? It's funny to see that just being fresh, like making us tired. We want to go back to the sleep state of the hypnosis of the mind. But your fresh being is just so far ahead of it. The mind can't keep up actually. It's going back to stale old stuff. Same. Once we were saying that if the mind has already troubled you with something, at least make it come up with something new. It uses the same trick again. And how long will you fall for the same stuff? So when it comes like that, say, no, I've suffered from you already. You leave. Next. What else you got? Then what is left? How many of you are suffering from a fresh idea today? Like something you never had before.
Same old.
Same old, same old. It's got the same old stuff, relationships, money, security, enlightenment. When will I be free? The very voice which is keeping you from being free is asking for freedom. This is the trickster.
Mm.
The very attack on freedom is claiming to want freedom. Who's not free right now? Right now. Who's bound? Who's bound? There's bondage. What do we want freedom from? Huh? What do you want freedom from? Where's the mind? Huh? Huh?
The mind.
Mind. And who's saying that? Somebody said, never mind. It's only satsang where people have increased as we've gone along. Usually they come and they hear he's saying the same old stuff and it goes down. Today somebody must be smart. We're having fun today. Come. fresh material is it? Naya Okay. Let's see. Who's got some fresh stuff? Let's see. I haven't heard from Leon in a while. So let's go. He has some fresh material. So it is.
Namaste, Father.
Namaste, my dear. Namaste. So it can't be about relationship. It can't be about money, work, security. It can't be about the health of the body. And it definitely can't be about freedom. So what else you got?
You got me.
That's all I want. All I want is you, man.
It's cool. Actually, what I was feeling is like during the week I also.
You're trying You're trying to take it in a serious direction. Father, you're laughing too much. Let me get this classroom back. Because Ian is a teacher. He's a teacher of teachers in college. No? Like the class is having too much fun. Okay.
No, it's not serious. That's a problem that I observed during the week, that the addiction to checking, and that you trying to find some like ultimate pointing that will like secure this, and I want to go back to the mind. But I see that itself like becomes like stale. That was what I was feeling.
Yeah. So any pointing which makes you open and empty is the ultimate pointing. You see, it could just be open and empty also, or are you aware now, or who am I, or just be in the now. Any of this stuff is good enough. You see? So it's not that you have a lack of some ultimate pointing. You see, it is the just the temptation of the mind to offer something which seems real, and then we can forget, in a way, get into the hypnosis of the false identification and fresh God.
Yes, but for instance, when you were pointing us like this, something starts to construct and say, okay, like just here, and take that concept, but I observed that just here, like whenever I go elsewhere, I will use this like just here, but that itself is already like stale, and so I don't want to be in that like stale state.
Good. So let me give you all a tip. Okay. Now, imagine that your being is a neighborhood, like a neighborhood. And if you're not getting me, just tell me. I'll use some different terms for it. So your being is like a neighborhood. Now, in the neighborhood, there is one plot of land, one area of land where there is only construction happening. It just keeps happening. It's never over. You see? Now, to expect that to change is to cause suffering. You see? Or that construction to be concluded, or the final building to be ready, or to track its progress, to see how well it is doing, spiritual progress, all of that stuff is just asking for trouble. You see?
Yes.
But in the neighborhood, there is also the one piece of land where the presence of the ultimate reality is so apparent. You see? But the thing is that your attention is limited. So you can either go to that plot of land where construction is happening, or you can go to that plot of land where God's presence is alive and well. You see? That's all that's happening. That's all that's happening. So if you keep saying, okay, but as we were doing here also, in that plot of land, the construction was happening, of course, that's the job of that plot of land. It'll keep happening.
Yes.
It'll keep constructing, expecting some finality. And also there's a board outside that says almost there. You see? Every spiritual seeker in the world feels like they're almost there. You see? So that is the board, signboard, and that keeps you hopeful of the construction activity. Hopefully it'll one day stop and there will be great moksha available to you over there. You see, but it's all nonsense. Just leave that. Leave that. Now in the rest of the neighborhood, God's light is shining very beautifully. There is no trouble. You see?
Yes.
Now if you're here, you see, because there's only in the constructive, the sufferer part of the mind, which seems like the constructive part of the mind, is where there is suffering happening, trouble happening. You see, the rest of you is here only. You
Yes.
see? So when this kind of pointing is given, it is just to direct your attention in some way to that presence, which is just so naturally and tangibly here. It is not to try and create something new, because that would be an effort, you see. But because our attention seems to be so habituated to go to this constructing plot because you feel like the beautiful house is being built there, we miss the whole life. We miss the true neighborhood of God.
Yes. It's like now when you're speaking, I feel like a little resistance or this construction part, like trying to, I don't know, but behind that, I hear, in the good,
But
good neighborhood.
In the mind construction part, it doesn't want to hear the voice of the master also, because it is saying, no, you leave that alone. We are finishing this activity. You finish the construction. We will do this. Don't worry. So it keeps us in that resistive mode. You see, although in our heart we feel like, yes, something is being found here, which is so true. But the mind will keep resisting it. This guy, he's just getting in the way with all of his open and empty nonsense. You see, we have cracked life. We know what it is. You see, this is the offering.
Yes.
Forget about it. Forget about it.
Yes.
One of my favorite questions these days is what's happening in the rest of you. I know what's happening in the mind. You don't have to tell me. What's happening to the rest of you? Is there nothing else to your existence except the understand?
No, yes. Yes.
Any trouble?
Yes. No, there's a space like fully present.
Yes. Don't look at it from the lens of your mind. Just enjoy it. You're here. You see, you're here. Atma, Paramatma, same thing. Is here. Don't miss it for some idea of getting. don't resolve any problems. Don't expect spirituality to resolve any problem. That is when you can come truly to truth for truth's sake. You see, because although most of us say we just want the truth, no? And then you start prodding a bit and say, why do you want the truth? Because then I can be happy. So you don't just want the truth, you want happiness. You see? So don't say we just want the truth. I just want God. Why do you want God? So I can just be in joy. So you want joy, no? Not God. So what if God came and joy went? No, I'm seriously asking. I'm seriously asking. What if God came and joy went? What would you pick? God? So that is the courage we need to meet God. Because otherwise you meet God through the lens of your expectation or your spiritual ideas from books and things like that. And you miss fresh God. So this is the thing. Truth for truth's sake seems a very simple pointing, but actually it can cut out all the garbage. All the garbage. I want the truth. Why? Because I just want to be happy, And I've tried everything else. I just want the truth. So you just want to be happy. You want the taste of happiness. What's the big deal in that? It sounds very strange, I'm sure. What's the big deal in that? God is making a mistake, creating pain. What's wrong with the taste of pain? Can we talk like this? We've gone too far. So this avoidance of pain and seeking pleasure, which all these psychotherapists and psychologists of Europe glamorized in a very big way, pain avoidance and pleasure seeking. What's the big deal in pleasure? And what's so wrong with pain? Is there not some pleasure in pain also? And some pain and pleasure? There's nothing completely black and white in this world. Is it? So if God came, how much do you want God? If God came and everything else went, would you still want? Every reason that you had to come to Satsang went, would you still want God? If that is your feeling in the heart, it will hold you in very strong, steady place. You see, otherwise we just run. Oh, I thought coming to Satsang, I will only feel bliss and joy all the time. You see? This idea can be there. Or I've heard this often. Father, first few days when I used to come, it used to be so blissful, so joyful. Now I'm coming and only like pain is coming, tears are coming. You see, so you'll restrict yourself from ever releasing that stuff. Because you think you know what is best for you. Don't put yourself in these conceptual boxes. Allow everything. Meet life fully. Don't run from anything. Meet fully. Let's see what can hurt you, what can attack you, what can cut you. And all of you studied enough Advaita, Vedanta, spirituality, so to say nothing can touch me, all these things. But live it. Let's live like that. Like fire can't burn me, sword can't cut me. Somebody comes and your partner comes and shouts at you. Conceptual spirituality is the first to go. Conceptual knowledge is the first to be out the way. Then things seem to be okay in the relationship. Yes, fire can't cut me. So integrity is needed. Integrity is needed, and you find and all of you had such pristine insights, but you go with the small morsels that the mind offers. Like you've seen, all of you, the pointings have been so direct and potent that you've seen your true nature, your true reality. Where the mind comes and says, "Ba, me," like Shiva would say, "What did I get in this? Help me." So sometimes I feel like I want to just tell you, to be done with this sort of meek spirituality. Sometimes just have this sword with you, Shiva's sword with you, cut everything. All lies, just chop them. Finish. Oh. Okay, let's go to bee trees.
Namaste, Father.
That's the idea.
Thank
I don't feel
you.
you have a question. Although I don't feel you have a question at all. I feel you're completely with me, like this, like this, like this. Then what question survived?
Yeah, I don't think, just, I don't know.
Is it just to say hello? Or
I maybe there is an exposure or something like, because this body is here and with
this body?
the symptom, with the feeling
Wait,
of
wait. What did you say first? This body is here.
Yeah, you say before, expose what you are believing
Yeah,
or
oh,
something like this.
okay.
Because this body is here with this sensation of intimacy and this I thoughts also with this feeling. It's like this means that it's me.
So don't believe all this. Don't know anything for a moment. Now,
Now what?
now everything. Both.
I don't know. Maybe you have to tell me.
Did you say I don't know? We missed what you said.
I don't know what to say more. It feels like I have to transcend, but
What else
this
are
one no sin.
we? You're transcending. Okay. Now transcend with me. Okay. 1, 2. You didn't come?
But I don't know how to do it. I mean,
you don't have to know.
because I don't feel that I'm letting go, like like I have the power to letting go things. It's just by itself, like.
My child, you say I don't know, but actually, if you know all of this, you know too much. Leave all this. Leave all this. Now, 1, 2, 3, come. Done. You can't judge it.
Yeah, so this one.
No, not this one. Not this one. Not this one. Just 1, 2, 3, snap. Done. Whose voice will you trust more?
Yours.
Good.
Of course.
Good. So forget about time, because the mind will say, but can it stay like this? What will happen after satsang? All that nonsense about notional time. Throw it away. No?
It feels like what I have to do is formless, want to be free. It's like it's already free.
You're playing, if you keep playing in the wrong playground, you see, then truth will seem difficult to get or unattainable. Don't play in that playground where you're trying to fix this. You know what I mean by this? You've been in satsang long enough, no? So there's a playground where you're trying to understand, does body have to do this, does something have to happen, all that. Leave that playground. Now, and don't go to that playground for judgment about now also. You have the spiritual muscles to do this. It's simple for you because you've been in satsang long enough. Don't doubt yourself. And don't conclude anything. Just open. Just open. Where are you going? Stay here, stay here. Stay here. Yes, here, 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 here. Don't leave. Here, here, stay here. Stay here. That's it. That's freedom. No, back.
Yeah, I don't feel that
No.
I'm going on.
No, none of that. None of that. Okay, good. Missy, say something.
No, no. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, good. Mate. Sometimes the openness can seem too vast, and the mind wants to build a house there and conclude some things and things. And sometimes some fear can come, some wobbliness can be felt, some need to determine what's happening to me. Is this freedom? Can I live like this? Don't worry about any of this for now.
Father, I feel that I'm not worried, like but it have to happen, okay, happen. Wherever the price is,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Is it?
I
But
don't
it's
feel like expansion or something, or just perceiving.
very good, very good. But no waiting also.
No waiting.
Oh.
Right now, like right now.
Yeah, good. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Father.
Can I hear from Atma Jyoti first?
Hi.
Hello. You didn't have your camera on, so I couldn't see whether you're coming or you're staying.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
If you have to go somewhere to find what is bothering you, then it's not bothering you so much. Isn't it?
No, it's just something. Um, uh, before raising my hand, I was so excited to speak to you. I don't know about what. It just was like, oh, I really need to raise my hand. But then, as the satsang started, it's just something like my chest is all burning, and
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not much thought, but it's just like something in the body, like very strong.
Yes.
And then you say like, oh, now. I'm just like, yes, but it's there, but like, I don't know. Does it bother? Does it have to go away or something? It's just there, very like.
Let's try it now. You say there's no thought, there's just a burning. So don't resist the burning, don't resist the sensation, and just stay now. Every perception is fine. Without a thought, is there a notion of this should not be, or this is bad, this has to go? None of that. What if our name for everything was God? Burning was God, pain was God, pleasure was God, body was God, world was God. We just had one word, God. What happened to you? God. When? God. That would be truer than anything else we can say.
Father, I've noticed like from all of my conversations with you, is something. It's like, I'm sorry, it is happening, but like somehow whenever you say something to me in that moment, like something here like straight away is there to reject what you say, almost to dismiss it. It's like I can't control it. It just somehow comes up like that. But then after, all those like whatever I said or those things haunt me, something like being digested, and it takes usually some time to
Yes.
to
It
be.
happens.
But first, I've noticed, not the first time. First thing is just like, no, he doesn't understand, or something he said. He was saying it's like, yeah, no, but
yeah.
that's still something. It's quite an interesting thing, actually.
It's good to notice that. And when we used to have these initial satsangs in Ustream and things, then sometimes we never used to record and things. So we made sure we recorded and then started doing transcripts and things, because what we end up believing we talked about is sometimes very different from the actual conversation. And also, I see what you're saying, because some answer will start coming from here. And like, but he's not answering. Did he even say what? Did he even hear what I said? Because he's answering something else. I'm asking about Japan, and he's talking about London. It's all, it can feel like that. It can feel like that.
Yeah, so I'm so sorry if it happens like this. It just happens like, oh my God, why? But it's just beyond my control, it seems like that. So here we go. But yeah, in general, everything has been actually very good. Haven't cried in weeks, which is like a record for me. Like,
So happy to.
somehow something really wanted to be in your presence, to be, I don't know, just for whatever reason.
You don't have to come with a super special question or something every time. It's all good. How are things there in Lithuania? Sangha is good. You meet sometimes, or?
No, I guess not anymore. Not somehow. Yes, no, just like on the individual basis, I guess more, but not so much. No, I'm like keeping with my sadhu life. But finally, like I was thinking about it, I really did not plan about it. Like I didn't have any ideas. Oh, if you don't sit by yourself or something, it's more spiritual. It just happened. At some point, all the doors have been closed. I was like, okay. And then after the energy wasn't there, and just like, I don't know. It's just so funny if you think about it. So yeah.
Happen like this. And sometimes it can happen the opposite also. We just want to sit quietly in a room, but lights like this, lights like that also, there also, this also. It's both are okay.
Yes. But yeah, now when it comes to Sangha, like everyone's maybe more around the Lithuania or even the world. So like that.
All my love, always. Thank you. Let's go to Jada.
Hello.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Fresh.
Yes, now more fresh than the first time.
Yeah. What's missing here?
Hmm?
What's missing right here? Anything missing?
Now I'm not there, so I cannot speak about there. It's there now. This something Father, something resist. I mean, I don't wanna come there, but it's not true. It's not that I don't wanna come there. I don't know. You call to this freshness and I resist to you. I don't wanna come. I don't know why. And this is the most beautiful, of course, but I don't wanna come and I feel annoyed because I cannot come.
I see. So now, if this was true, and yet you come to satsang every week, no? You never miss it. If you really didn't want to come with me, then what brings you to satsang?
Sorry?
If you didn't really want to come with me where I'm pointing you to, that is what your mind is telling you. But in your heart, you want to come to where I'm pointing to. That's why you come to satsang.
Yes, it's special for this week. It's like this. I don't know. I feel like I was fresh with you, and I was, but for a couple of days I feel heavy. But I feel like it's a story, Father. It's just so obvious.
I was is all old. It's not fresh. I was fresh is also old. So let's leave that. Now?
Okay.
Now?
But when you say now, then you reject my problems.
Oh, no. When I say now, you come here, not there. See? Now.
Okay, now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Good. Although you're not realizing it, it's already there's something like, oh, so what? Wow. Because
Okay, here I am. I don't enjoy like you do. Okay, it's not true.
You are
Okay.
enjoying. You are enjoying. So, so you just feel like, wow, okay, you went to mute, I don't know, by mistake or what happened. So we'll see. So this, this is the beauty of just like this. The mind wants to fight this and say, so nothing is happening to me right now. So what? You stop this. You see, my problem. You see, nothing will happen. So listen, I am telling you the truth about myself. No, I have a full narrative. You don't know how the last week has been. I want to tell you, and you're just going on this now, here. What is the point of all of this stuff? And
Father, who will speak? Okay, I will tell maybe.
no, wait.
But Father, when you don't allow me, then they bother me after, and they keep continue to bother me.
When? What happened? When I don't hear the story.
No, not story, but some question.
Okay, ask me a question.
But when you say it doesn't come, I don't know why it doesn't. Okay, it's so strange, Father. Okay, when I'm your presence, this question doesn't come. But when I'm not with you, they always work in background and they bother me. So
don't leave me. Stay with me.
now.
Exactly.
In general. In general.
In general, also.
Okay. No, you don't leave me. Okay, you don't leave me. You won't leave me.
It's a often stated report that it's very unfair. We come to satsang with some deep questions which we want answers for, but we come to satsang and in front of you they all dissolve or they start to feel meaningless, and then we feel like it's all fine, and then we leave satsang and it's back again troubling us. It's a common report. It's not uncommon, and don't feel like I give you a trivial answer, because what happened to you? You see, what are you in front of right now? Where is Ananta right now?
He's a presence.
He
Something
cannot,
just.
you see, he cannot leave you. You see? And this doing today to meet the presence, just fresh, is to meet the true master. It's not this body, Ananta, or whatever. It's the true master.
But when I meet with this body Ananta, it's just.
That's
more highlighted.
The provisional gift that the master has given me, so that all of you come to satsang and experience the presence. No? Otherwise, you come to satsang also and don't experience the presence in your. He's not. But that is just so that when the pointing is happening, the words are coming to you, you can taste them so clearly. You see, so many times I also get this report that, Father, when you are asking me, can you stop being, or are you aware now? It's just so apparent. And then when I went home, I was saying, am I aware now? And nothing was happening. You see, these things also happen like that. So the energetic support is there so that the pointings can do the mind bypass and meet you in the heart. You see? But it is not there just for the sake of itself. It is so that you can come to a true insight, sometimes even without words. You just come to satsang, you may not even know the language, but the supportive presence is there in this way, and you see what you are. So it is in service to you, my dear. It's not to create a sort of contradiction in your life or something.
Actually, no, Father. Yes, you are. Yes, we are always together. Yes. Yes. At least maybe I can expose something. Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay, because today I realized what I always trapped and fall. And today I realized it was just a something. And it was, let me think and remember. Yes, there is something wrong with my personality, with my characteristic. I don't have a base, which was believed so strongly, and it was not that strong after I'm so much with you, because as if you just bring me this presence and I forget about person and everything, and I started to experience myself in this freshness. So no need any characteristic, no need any personhood, just this presence works out. But again, when something doesn't go well, this thing again come, like I don't have base, my mother was like this, all this stuff again come, and I can never fix it. All these things come, and again, I was about to believe this, and with today's satsang, I just realized, oh my God, this is just something. This is just some circle, and yeah, I wanted to say this because I'm just so, I don't know, ready to believe this, because it was how I grow, with these ideas and feelings. So I'm just so ready to believe it. So I just wanted to share this with you. And I'm still not so sure. I still believe it a little bit, because I don't know. Because it still feels like there is something needs to be transformed.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good. Thank you for sharing all that. So one thing to really contemplate is, what is a belief? Like, I still believe it. Which means that I actually don't know, but I take it to be true anyway. Could you ever imagine that that's what belief is? No? We feel like belief means I know this, but belief actually implies I don't really know, but I'm going to take a stand and take this to be true. You see? So instead of that, be strong and see that you don't know. Because belief is just the crutches, just the false construct, which takes life, which is so vast and magnificent, into this very limited sort of, this is my life type thing in the head. Okay. Hello. Oh, Daddy. Come. Come. Is it? So, you with me in this? So when you don't know something, just admit to yourself you don't know.
Like, I don't know what.
Like, you don't know anything. Like, none of us know anything here.
Okay.
That keeps you open. That keeps you fresh and not stale. Once we become too deterministic and conclusive about that which we cannot know conceptually, that's when we start to suffer. In your openness, you're like a flowing river. Yes, whatever comes in the way, rocks, things, everything comes in the way, you just move past them so easily. But if you become all stuck up, you become like a rock yourself with this false knowledge, you'll collide with other rocks.
Okay.
So the instrument that we use to know in the human condition is not a real instrument of knowledge. It is just like a weighing machine, which can weigh some measurements of name and form. What is your weighing machine telling you about the situation of your life right now?
Right now, what I say and all these things, whatever this person is, it just feels so far, Father. And it's like, I don't know, you have already brought me such a place, such a state which I don't know anything about, but I just live so naturally. So I when I even make you speak about these things, I feel like why we are speaking about these things, they feel meaningless.
Yes. Good.
Yes.
Because
Yes,
you
it's good.
pass through. You see, you've already passed through that stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes some belief goes in what we call day-to-day life, and that's fine. But that doesn't mean you let go of your higher insights and just take those moments of belief to be true.
Father, may I share something?
Yeah.
I really have no idea why, as you know, I shared this with you before. I didn't speak so much about, but I don't know why I have that much rejection towards my family, and just too much problems come through this. And I try to see, I try to look, but I just become so mine. But I have to say that there is such a rejection about my family here, and I really, since childhood, and I opened to this to you, and I don't know, it still plays, and all this stuff, everything just comes from this.
Don't start by not rejecting anything about yourself.
Sorry?
Start by not rejecting anything about yourself.
Anything about myself, like I couldn't understand. Even this rejecting feeling?
Yeah, even this rejecting feeling, don't feel like you have to reject it. Accept it. Accept everything. You want to be free, isn't it? So if you want to be free, then you can't be free with rejection. You see, either you reject every single thing or you accept every single thing. You see? So you end up rejecting your family. That's bad. That should stop. Just leave all that. You're rejecting your family. Okay, fine. Then
I don't want to be with them, but I'm still with them.
yes, accept that.
Yeah.
There are many things in life like that we don't want. We don't want war. We don't want so many things, but we live with them. Accept it.
Yeah.
Accept yourself completely, then all other acceptance will come from there. Rejection of others cannot be unless there's a foundation of self-rejection. Because actually, the
Excuse me?
rejection of others cannot happen unless there is some self-rejection, because ultimately it's all yourself.
Okay.
And don't hold up some very high standards or difficult things. You must be there to be free. Just leave all that. You just be free now. Be free now. Fresh.
I think I don't have so much concept about freedom, Father. I don't know what it is. So at least we don't have this.
That'll help.
Okay. And one more thing maybe I want to share.
Maybe at the end, because I see many hands. Voices
Okay. Okay, this was the important part. So, okay, thank you so much.
We kept the important part last. Okay, say it in a few lines, 2 lines. Can you say?
I don't remember now. If you give me a little bit time, I can remember.
Okay, let's see how it goes.
Okay, so there is some things which I want from life, and I have learned God as a giver, which I was connecting God in the first hand like this, you know. I was praying and he was giver, and it's like yes, I totally experienced this. You don't need to do. So I don't know, Father, I just, so why I want, but why this one thing? Okay, so why this one thing is still strong? It's like, I'm here, I'm wanting, God is here, he doesn't want, he doesn't care, whatever it is. So this two is just so strongly here, and I don't know, we cannot go anywhere.
How do you know which side of the battle you are on? Suppose you are the seer side.
I'm the God who does not give.
I'm asking, how do you know that you're on this side and not this side?
Yes, it's possible. I can be that too.
Explore that possibility well first. Explore that possibility well. Don't explore anything else, is what I would tell you. Because I told you this before, isn't it? You need to first know who you are before you can determine why something is true for you or not.
Okay. But anyway, I just want to, I don't know, may I just offer this battle to you, because there is so much battling here recently. And yeah, I couldn't get out of it. So at least I want to offer everything it's once. Okay. So thank you.
Right. Okay. We'll come to Madalena in a minute. Can we go to Kim? Kim? Yeah.
All right, namaste, Ananta-ji. Thank you. So good to see you live. I felt I need to put my hand up because this is something I just don't do it. I listen to your satsang, and I'm so happy about your activity on Instagram and as such. And thank you so much for all of this. But I'm running around in my day and thinking how quickly time goes by without me taking this immense opportunity to just raise the hand. It somehow makes the waking state feel like a sleep that goes by very quickly. And why it's not saying that not raising the hand is not also very, very good. So just listening. But this is, I don't know. I just wanted to.
It's very good.
At least I wanted to say hello, and I am here. And this I am here, maybe this is also, I don't know what this means, but in a good way, I think.
Very beautiful. I love this report. I'm very happy you put up your hand and said this. Very beautiful. Very beautiful.
Now, obviously, I would like to, I don't know what this I is that would now like to find something, some question or some report.
Yes, but before you can find that, what is here already?
Some, like this dissolution feeling that you are, that is becoming more and more intense.
Yeah.
If you ask what is here. Yeah.
Very good. And who's perceiving even this?
Perceiver of this happy dissolution feeling seems different than the feeling itself.
Yes. And who is that?
Oh, that was the question. Okay. That's, who is that?
It's you, isn't it? Because you said, I am perceiving that there's a, you didn't use those words, but you conveyed that you are perceiving the feeling, happy feeling of dissolution, which is beautiful. And so this you that is perceiving that, does it have a shape, a boundary, any quality?
No.
So if without quality, what in you can recognize the quality less? And I'll repeat the question if it doesn't make sense. So you say, I am perceiving this quality of happy dissolution, you see, but this I itself is not an object of perception, isn't it?
Yes.
So what inside you can recognize something which is not an object of perception?
It's this God that is just like holding me and being with me always.
Yeah.
That I'm not really courageous enough to say logically this must be identical with my true self, but it's too great to be myself.
It can sound to the mind, a statement like that can sound arrogant. You see, how can I say that I am that? You see, I am that, or God and I are one, something like that. It can seem like an arrogant statement to me. But if you are making it from the mind, it would be arrogant. It would be the spiritual ego. But when we make it from a place of true looking, true insight, and our insight intuitively is telling us that there is no distinction. God is everywhere, and therefore there cannot be somewhere where only I am and God is not. You see? And there cannot be somewhere where there is more me and somewhere else where there is more God. You see? So it must be just God, God, God everywhere. You see? But you're right that is something to take away the mental resistance to this intuitive insight. In your intuitive insight, it is already clear to you that you are that. So we just learn to trust that more and more and more. And we learn to not go so much with the fear of the mind and the resistance of the mind, which can use these scare tactics to keep you in the sort of seeker mode, whereas the discovery actually is fully apparent in this moment for you.
You make it apparent, and this is such a mystery. I cannot understand why this is so. Somehow it's also obvious that it should be more powerful life and with me on the spot. Like, I don't know, but I really cannot understand why this is so great and graceful and
it's very good. To accept it as a mystery is very good, because in the mind then you're giving up trying to make sense of it conceptually. Now, as we mentally accept it to be a mystery, it allows us to just be open instead of trying to fight it all the time. And then we allow our insight to come to the forefront, where it's not a mystery, it is itself. Just so that's why the seeming contradiction between at some level it being a mystery and another level it being so obvious. You see? So it's not a contradiction. It's just talking about your various instruments. To the mind, this is a never-ending mystery. And to your intuition, it's just so obvious and apparent.
Mm-hmm.
So this development of trust will deepen more and more in your intuitive insight.
Yes.
Very beautiful. Very beautiful.
Also, I want to say what you did in the beginning of the satsang with this. Am I loud enough? Am I speaking loud enough?
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Don't go on. It is good.
What you were doing in the beginning of the satsang with this high frequency speaking, this was new for me, and this was also very, very intense. And this is kind of a thinking that was like an escape thinking during this. But I thought, will this be as effective if I watch it later? If I make this my like alarm tone to wake up in the morning, like what was it? Come, leave this, leave, come, like this. Maybe just thank you for this also. Yeah.
You can try it out and tell me how if it was still effective.
Okay.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, let's go to Govind first, and then we go to Janice. Okay, we'll talk to everyone. Don't. Yeah.
Hi, Father.
Oh, look at that hairstyle.
Yeah, something new.
Nice.
I can't see you for some reason. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
How are you?
Yeah. Very good. Good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you too. I just felt like coming up because yeah, I don't know, just to be here and I guess just to put myself in front of you and
I'm very happy to see you. We miss you and love you. All that is hopefully apparent and clear. But if there's something you want to report or ask, I'm very much here.
I think, and I know it's always already there, but just really, you know, maybe just a blessing for courage, really, because I see the mind so clearly, and sometimes I maybe don't really go for the highest, you know, like I don't sort of. And I can't say that that's because I feel like there's anything missing or there's anything that you haven't pointed to. It's just maybe fear or familiarity. Yes. But yeah, I have a lot of trust in the.
Very good. Very good. So I'm very happy you got this up. I'm going to give you this sword. The sword is of Shiva, okay? And it will allow you to cut all the nonsense. Just cut. I'm with you. Just everything that you know to be ignorance, just chop it off. Just chop it off. Nothing will happen. There is nothing to do. I'm completely with you. Completely with you. And I'm doing it on your behalf. If you let me. And we'll clean up all this. I'm with you in the heart, full strength. Guruji's strength is with you in your heart. Sometimes I feel like that. You're right. The things which are holding us back can seem so familiar, can almost feel so comfortable. But there comes a time where you just take your sword, chop it off. Fully. Full courage, full blessings, full reassurance that only auspiciousness will flow. Auspiciousness will flow.
Only what? Sorry, I missed that bit.
Auspiciousness will flow.
Oh,
only.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
So
Somebody just commented like, I want Shiva's sword too. So we can share it.
for everyone. I've been distributing it since yesterday morning or day before night.
Thank you for just, always being there. Like it's just the most incredible thing. Like, you've never not been there. It's like,
so welcome, my dear. Always, you're always in my heart, always.
Love you so much. Thank you.
Full love, big, all kisses, all love, everything is with you.
And I hope I can come to Bangalore soon. Like, I don't know what the situation is with travel and,
It's all open. It's all open now. So, no quarantine, nothing. You can come.
Oh, really? Yeah, that would be really wonderful. Like, I would love to come and be with you all and once again and just.
It's your house. It's waiting for you. Come.
Yeah.
We'd love to see you. We'd love to see you. Sometimes I don't say often because I don't want to create any sort of pressure in your life situations, So, but it's not that I don't miss you guys.
You don't say what, sorry?
I don't say often enough because I don't want to pressurize your life situation in any way. But that doesn't mean I don't miss you.
Oh, yeah. And it's like, actually, the last, is it 2 years, I think, almost 2 years since I came. And then it's like, so much has happened that could only have happened with me being in England, and this, what's amazing, this was the first time that I didn't feel like I wasn't with you because I wasn't in Bangalore, it's like, I can't really explain, but it's, I just, it's like certain things that I experienced that it's just perfect, and Grace is doing really well as well, and that's good. I can be with her. But yeah, definitely, like, come soon. Yeah, love to everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Love you.
Love you too.
Okay, let's go to Janice.
Namaste, Ananta-ji. Thank you so much for being available for us. This is incredible gift from you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Is this your first time coming up?
Yes. It's the first time. I'm really nervous now also. And very touched already by you.
Just relax, take your time. There's no problem.
Okay. I wanted to confirm something with you. Sometimes when I do inquiry, I think my mind is playing a trick on me, that I'm trying to look for myself, but then when I think I found it, my mind says it can't be it, because you can see it or you can somehow perceive it. So that's really frustrating. And I heard you say, though, that it's okay to, in that moment, is it okay to just admit that I simply don't know who I am? Okay. Okay. So
Happy to
this is
be with you a bit and look together with you in this. So, how do you do the inquiry? You ask yourself, who am I? And then what happens? Just take me through it.
and yeah, I ask myself, who am I? Sometimes like this, yes. And at first I cannot find anything, but I'm really trying to find something.
Okay.
So then there's the body. I can feel the body.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to find something that is always there, and I'm not always aware of my body.
That's
actually.
right.
So I sometimes feel like you almost got it, but not yet, and it's like a circle sometimes. And then again, maybe it's this. No, it's like a spiral. I'm not sure.
I'm very touched by the integrity of your inquiry and the integrity of your report. Let me see if I can give you a couple of pointers which may make it even more obvious. So, when we say that I really try to find it, how would you know that you have found it? Like, on what basis would you be able to conclude that this is myself? Like, let me spell it out for you some more. If I lost my glasses and they were here, then I really look for it everywhere. My glasses, my glasses, my glasses. Then I say, oh, here they are, I found them. No? Because they have a particular set of qualities. They have a shape, they have a size. So I can say, okay, this is glasses. Now, when you look for the self, is it in that way? What is the type of looking?
Yeah, you're right. I probably have an image of the self, and I try to compare. Is it equal to my image or not? And like this, I'm looking probably.
Very good. Thank you for sharing that. So I'm going to tell you that it is actually simpler than that. No? To the mind, it may seem a bit more complicated, but really, what I'm going to tell you is very simple. So, as we do the inquiry, a question may be asked which says, okay, this thought is coming now. Who is aware or who is witnessing even that thought? Isn't it? That's how the inquiry goes, isn't it? Because you ask a question, who am I? Then a thought may come with an answer. I am this body, or I am Ananta, or I am Janice. Some answer like that. Then Bhagwan has advised us that we can look at that thought. We are not to run from it, but we can look at that thought and ask ourselves, who is witnessing this thought? Then when we come to that, we realize that I am witnessing this thought, but this I cannot perceive. See if you can confirm this. Even right now, you can check. You can hear the sound of these words. You are hearing them. But this you, can you perceive it?
No.
See? Now, why I said it is simpler is because through the perception, you will never meet the self. You will never meet the self through perception. And you can never meet the self through some big concept. I am Brahman, some idea like that. It's not the self, it's just a concept. You see? Now, but how do you recognize already that you are witnessing these perceptions? So the recognition of what you are is already available to you intuitively in your heart. But the trouble comes when we try to squeeze it into a recognition of perception or a conceptual idea. So without trying to do that, isn't it apparent to you who is perceiving this hand? It's you, isn't it?
Yeah.
So and that you is known to you already intuitively. You don't have to know it in some other way. In fact, you cannot know it in some other way.
Okay.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
So to take yourself to be that which you intuitively recognize is freedom. And to take yourself to be that which just the mind is proposing, a limited body-mind entity, is ignorance or avidya or a bondage, whatever word you may want to use.
Okay. So intuitively, I know myself, like I do then. This is already feel much lighter by this advice. Thank you. Still, there is something I have to do, right? I have to also know it more consciously to,
No, you
don't I?
No.
No? Okay.
Just don't know the false. The truth will take care of itself.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
You see what I mean with that? If you don't take yourself to be the ego, then you don't have to worry about recognizing yourself, because the truth is apparent. Like Bhagavan has very clearly said that self-knowledge is not a new knowledge that you will attain. It is only the cleaning up of false knowledge or ignorance. You see? So like you so simply and beautifully said, intuitively, it is apparent who I am. You see? It's clear. You see? Now what do I have to do? Now all you have to do is just don't take yourself to be anything other than what your intuition is showing you. That's it. You don't have to become more aware or more conscious. Awareness is already 100%. Consciousness is already 100%. So these terms don't apply to your being and that which is aware even of being.
Okay. Thank you so much.
So welcome. So welcome. I enjoyed this
Love
conversation.
you.
And I'll be very happy if you report back in whenever you feel comfortable. I want to see how you're doing.
Thank you so much, Anantaji. Thank you.
So, all my love, all my love. Very nice. Okay, let's go to Madalena. She's been waiting quite a bit.
Hello, Father.
Yeah.
I'm going to be short. And I think the work is all yours.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask for for your grace to no, the words are coming a bit hard, but for your grace to cut down any complacency here and just keep me in the fire. Always for the highest.
Cut down everything. Why only? Let's cut everything. Because you can't even be sure it's complacency, isn't it? So we don't want your prayer to land in the wrong place. So we'll just make a big deal, which means it includes everything. Yes?
Yes.
Very good. Very good. All my love, all my blessings.
Thank you.
See?
I'm going to share when Shivam or he said something, I'm with you now. And there was such a powerful connection between the two.
Yeah.
And I was fully with you, with you, with him, with everyone. And at that moment, at the moment after my mind tried to process and integrate what was happening, and then he started talking as well. But I just wanted to share with him probably that there was so much power in that moment. And yeah, it's so beautiful when we meet in the heart, in your heart, in God's heart, in Guruji's heart.
Yes. Very touched by your report. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Faith, it's okay.
There is something I was contemplating this week with a friend of mine, because somehow I was associating Yogiram Sarat Kumar with the giver. And yeah, I don't know if it's something that maybe I may address with Madhavaki as well, because somehow, and it comes also in there is a kids satsang that's happening with Yogiram Surat Kumar's devotees, and my son is going to that. And somehow what transpires in the satsang is that, oh, you say Yogiram Surat Kumar Jaya Guru Raya, and your wish is going to be fulfilled. And I was talking to my friend, and she said, yeah, she gave me this Sai Baba's sharing to the disciples when he was asked, oh, you always give us all what we want. And he replied, I'm not sure if I'm relating it correctly, but yeah, he replied that, yes, because
hello, Beta. 1 second, my please.
Yes.
Mama come?
And Sai Baba said, because I'm waiting for the one to come to give him what I want to give.
I'm generalizing, but there are usually 2 types of masters in their expression about this giving thing. One is the expression which says, I give them what they want so that one day they will want what I want to give them. And then there's me.
Thank you. I give me to you.
Yes, that's very accurate actually, because I want you fully. You want to leave anything. That's my Guru Dakshina. Your head at least, if not the whole thing. Okay, we go to Satyam.
Hello, Ananta-ji.
Yeah.
Just have to say that to you, that this today has been very, very strong.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I feel its presence in my heart. That And it is actually your presence. And I have this coming up that please merge me with this, whatever is left with you.
Yes, yes, Sandhya, of course. I will not leave you halfway. Cook you fully, not half baked. Don't worry.
Yeah. I feel this in my heart so strongly, especially today. And of course, this started with Muji Baba. Probably, I don't know when this started. Who knows? But inside, it happened in his presence, and I knew his words were coming true. That this life was only for this, and it's showing itself that way. So this is my prayer.
Yes, thank you, thank you. It's His grace. All of it is His grace. Little boy doing his bidding. So all is his power, His grace.
I mean, your words are like this, even this being is perceived and even tasted and everything. But still, this prayer is, this wish is there. I don't know who wants to merge, but still, this is coming that way. That please merge.
It's a deal.
So much gratitude for your presence in my heart. I don't have words for this really, but this is all what it is all about really for me. I'm using the word me, but what to say this language?
It's all good.
Thank you.
On my life. Let's go to Amrita and Anuj.
Namaste, Father.
Yeah.
Namaste, Father.
Namaste.
Father, your Instagram is too good. It's like amazing. You look so super cool on.
What do you mean? I'm cool otherwise outside Instagram?
Then you're like super duper cool on Insta. And it's very really it hits whatever's needed for the moment. It just pops up now. I feel it's so nice.
The perfect platform because I'm the Insta guru.
Yes. And today I think we laughed and laughed and laughed, and we don't know for what reason we laughed. We were just laughing with you.
Very, very.
And this is such a like a reminder, like where to go before it even goes, and it's like it's now before. I mean, you just don't leave the slightest room for that thing to even move. And catching that is such a fun now.
Very good, very good. Very good.
Thank you so much, Father. I mean, it's totally your grace. Just
how is Dad? How is your father?
He's
okay. Take the time later. It's okay.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. He's okay, but I don't know. He's just assumed. He said this is the last month of my life to live, and I'm going to go away in this month. And I'm like, hello. I mean, we don't know what will happen next moment. How do you decide even that? So I mean, yeah, we are just a little bit struggling with that because he has made built up too much in his head, and we really don't know for what reason. So, but his Ayurvedic treatment is on, and but I'm actually contemplating on that thing you said. No, rather I have not spoken to her, but like we thought we'll just do it for 2-3 weeks here, and we'll see how it goes. Then it's all just. I mean, I would say just bless him that maybe the suffering he realizes some truth, something opens up for him. So I'm actually just offered him to you, to Guruji, that let this suffering be little fruitful for him.
Full blessings, full love to him and all of you.
Love you, Father. Thank you so, so much.
Welcome. So welcome. So much love to both of you and everyone there as well.
Thank you, Father. So Marisha is coming next month, Father. She's visiting you.
Oh, nice. Actually, Karan had written to me, then I've really forgot to respond. I have to find some time and do that.
Father, please pull us there for a while.
Is there? But I really have to take care of that for a bit. So yeah, whenever it's possible.
Yes. Thank you, Father.
Thank you so much. Go to Nitin. I see him for the first time.
Namaste, Ananta-ji.
Namaste.
Good evening, and thank you for being so patient and going through each and everyone's question. I mean, it's so amazing. These days, it's so difficult, and you are accessible. I think everyone is so blessed over here to have you. Yeah. So, sorry for raising the hand at the last moment as well. I have been like throughout the session, I have been contemplating, should I ask, should I not ask, should I ask, should I not ask? And I don't know. And finally I was like, okay, I should ask. It doesn't hurt in any way. And I'm just looking for some guidance over here on how I should proceed further, or some pointers, it's all related to realization. So this is the thing that happened.
Yeah, it's good, Matthew. Oh, one second. I could hear you well.
Oh, okay. So this is the thing that happened during the online retreat with Moji ji. So we were going through a contemplation, everything. Moji started with contemplation with one of the participants. I was also following him. What I realized was, like, when he's pointing out, I was referring something to this inner space, probably because I didn't know what realization is or what anything is.
Yes.
So I wanted some reference, and the reference was this empty space within me. And that's how, like, I was thinking, okay, it is shapeless, it is formless, it is nameless. Then whenever, like, he used to say, was it born? And everyone used to say no. And I used to say, like, how are people saying whether it's born or not? You don't know. I don't know, like, whether it's born, when was it born, whether it can die. I'm like, I don't know whether it can die. It's there, like, but so following these few steps, at the end, near the experience now that I'm sharing, I saw that there is just one thought going in my mind, that there is no thought.
The thought is saying that there is no thought.
Yeah, that's the only thought that's going in my mind. That's near the experience. As everyone, like, tries to see it, so I know there is this thought of no thought. I know there is physical body, and which I totally neglected. There is this emptiness.
Yes.
There is this attention
towards
all these things. And all of a sudden, for like probably 2 seconds, it just happens to me. Oh, like, I am, now this is an analogy, like, I am those abstract set of eyes watching all of this. like I'm seeing like, okay, there's a thought on one side. I know there's an attention going on one side. There's space that I'm looking, and that which is looking at all of this is what I am actually. There's nothing left. There's nothing in the background. There's nothing, anything. Now, I don't know whether that experience, which is often referred to as Satori, was actually a Satori. I don't know that. And now, after that retreat, I see that I know like where I am in the background, but that quality, which was when I realized it back then, that quality is missing. Now I know like little bit intellectually, little bit, but over there, I just knew like, oh, I am those floating another set of eyes just watching. I am awareness. I became awareness, I should say. Now, I don't know whether that's true at first place, or whether it was like something called as realization. And second thing, now I know like, okay, thoughts one side, everything is on one side. I'm watching this. I'm aware about this. And just not being aware, but there is the background that's being aware, but that quality is missing. So I need your help in this.
Thank
you so much.
I enjoyed hearing the report very much. So it's very good that you saw that everything in your realm of perception is even perception itself. You are aware of perceiving. Now, that aware, although you use the term abstract eyes, which is fine for communication, but actually it is empty of all qualities, isn't it?
Right.
So this was not a perceptual experience for you, because for there to be perception, there needs to be at least one quality. Is it? So it was not a thought, because a thought could not have created that insight, and it was not a perception. But you had, like, the mind framed it in a way where it's nice. It's a sweet way to communicate that. Like, I'm an abstract set of eyes. In fact, it's the first time I'm hearing that phrase, so it's quite nice. So, but what I want to advise you is that even that construct, just keep that aside. And especially the idea of what should be experienced, you have to keep that aside. You see? It often happens when we have a moment of insight that our experiential perception suddenly becomes very sweet, very beautiful, very spacious. All of that can happen. But that is just the prasad of the darshan. It is not the darshan itself. Okay. So what happens is, that is the trouble with spiritual experience, that often we mistake the prasad and the darshan. So don't chase any experience at all. Right now, you are aware of perceiving this voice. Yes. That you, how are you aware of that?
Through sense.
That the you that is aware of this perception, are you aware of it through some sense organ, some sensation?
Yeah.
How just define that? Define that. What do you mean? Because senses will only give you quality, isn't it? Senses can only perceive quality. So what is the quality you find to yourself?
Actually, I did not understand the question properly.
Okay, so we can look at this. So let me use a simpler example. You're seeing this hand up on the screen?
Yeah.
So the you that is seeing the hand up on the screen, can that be seen?
If I pause, become more aware, yes, the background.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So when we say seen, are you perceiving it as some quality, or how is it seen?
Seeing is not having quality. It's just getting like, it's getting perceived through the set of eyes, and behind this, the perceiver is there. Like, who is seeing all of that?
Where inside your head? Where is it?
I don't know the location. I just know like
because its location is not in time and space, and and what you spotted was very good also earlier, where you said that I took the empty space, like a dark empty space, to be my awareness, which I realize is not. My awareness is perceiving even the darkness, because dark is a quality. No, you can perceive that. So but beyond that, you are aware of even dark or light, and that which is aware of dark or light or presence or absence. What is the shape or color or quality of that?
nothing. There is no quality. There is no it's just awareness only. I can tell you, like there is no word which can describe it. And also the way I perceived it was like through a neti thing. Okay, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not this, I'm not that. Oh, and then it just struck like, oh, this is what, like, it's awareness basically itself.
And what's the relationship of this one who got it with that awareness?
They're one.
Yes. Now, did that awareness not have it ever?
Sorry, I didn't understand the question.
Did awareness not have the self-awareness at any point? Was it a new discovery for awareness itself?
You know, the quality was different. It is always there. It is there. It is not something that is not there and you are going and finding it, you know. I don't know how
I
yeah.
can relate to what you're saying, but I just want to point out to you one thing again, is the awareness, which is apparent even now, is that concerned about quality or what the quality is?
No.
And if you are one with that awareness, then you would also not be concerned with that.
I mean, the question is totally right. I mean, the answer is absolutely right. But I don't know how to put it. Like right now, it's like, you know, that was like, I don't know how that state, like there was a difference in the state. Like right now, over there, it just happened that, oh, I have this awareness. And right now, I'm like, okay, I'm more of mind, more of this, more of that. And then if I contemplate, I know, okay, there's this background. I'm aware about it. And that is perceiving. And that background in day-to-day activities gets lost. It's only when I sit back, then that background will be there. But the first, like that few seconds that I got and the kind of contentment it carried and everything, I think that is not there. That's why I probably give the quality as a thing. But yeah, I don't know how to say.
So the one that has to juggle between the awareness being apparent and going into the background is which one?
It's one only. There is no other one. I mean, when I say, like, when we say like it has to juggle, it's just like you sleep and you get up, you know, it's that kind of juggling, you know, like, I mean, I don't know why the awareness is lost. I don't know how the process is, like, how does it get lost? So I cannot actually answer that question, but it loses.
Okay, so can we look at it this way, that only that which has some quality can come and go, can be found or lost? How would you know the loss of a qualitylessness, except if you're looking at the sweetness of the prasad again?
You know, actually, it is not having any quality at all. Like, it's it doesn't have any quality.
Doesn't have.
I
Yeah.
think like it was like, so I should say, so is it right to say it this way, like the back then, like during the retreat, it was that the quality came with prasad, and right now, or rather like the awareness came with some quality, or like which we are calling prasad, and right now awareness is just there and without any, should I put it in that way?
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Okay.
Because, okay, so let me try to ask you, you become unaware right now. Can you do it?
No, right now I cannot, like, I mean, like after you pointing out, like, yeah, I mean, but honestly, right now I'm like, when I'm using my mind more to answer you, right? So that quality is diminished during contempt.
You are aware of, so maybe what little bit may be happening is that attentiveness or attention may be getting confused with awareness a little bit, where something can diminish or increase is basically the quality of our attention. And we can come to that conclusion because sometimes I call attention the phenomenal twin of awareness, because it's quite shapeless, colorless, sizeless. So
yeah,
you look at attention, sometimes attentiveness is not awareness though. And attentiveness can go up or down and be diminished or focused. But awareness, which is aware even of this apparent play of attention, doesn't increase or decrease or diminish or increase. It doesn't even have that quality. You see? So the only distinction between awareness and attention is this attention being limited in that way and awareness being unlimited. You see, so don't confuse your attention with your awareness. Even the diminished quality of your attention, you are aware of fully. You are in every moment aware fully.
Yeah.
That which is aware of attention also, try to make that unaware or less.
Can you repeat once again? I'm so sorry.
That which is aware of attention also, no? You are aware of your attention as awareness. Now, that awareness, which is aware even of attention, try to reduce that, or try to not be aware.
No, that cannot happen.
Yes. Very good.
Yeah, like, awareness will be there. I think you rightly said, like, probably when the attention focuses to awareness is always there. It's probably the attention which kind of makes it higher intense and lower intense, so I see. Okay.
Very good, my dear. And you can rewatch the recording of this if you like, and some things can get clarified further with that. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you soon and hearing your report on how things are.
Yeah, I just wanted to know, like, what should I keep practicing? Or like, I did spiritual shopping and I still do, but I'm more stuck with Mojiji. And in one of the videos, I came across one of the participants, some senior citizen who said, like, who told your name, and he said, like, Anantaji told me, like, enjoy rest of the season, no need to practice.
I never told him
and
that. Yes, I did watch that recording.
Yeah, and that's how I came to know about you, honestly. Before that, I didn't know, and then somehow, like, okay, I have been attending your satsang for like 2-3 times now, and I just found the courage to ask you this question. Otherwise, I was like, I don't know where to open up. and what to do. So I just wanted like some more guidance from you, like what should be my, like, it's nothing like next steps. It's like I'm aware, but I don't know, whatever you want to give me as your inputs, that will be my Guru Dakshina for today.
Oh, okay. This is reverse Guru Dakshina, but it's okay. It's fine. So,
Oh, reverse Guru Dakshina, yes. Sorry.
it's very sweet. It's very sweet. Okay, so if you're following Guruji, best is to do the invitation. Have you been doing that? The invitation?
Yeah.
That'll take care of everything.
Okay, okay. And how do you, this is my last question and I'll end it over here. So now what is happening, now the struggle is, so probably I'm looking for that prasad and quality. I think that's why the struggle is, because whenever I go with that contemplation, I'm like, okay, I'm already aware about that. I'm already aware about that. But I think I'm hoping for that prasad also to come, and so probably that's the issue. Is that right? Like, or should I don't know what's missing here.
Enjoy every scene of this movie because the director is the same one. You see, so don't bring it into your judgment that that was better. Sometimes memory also plays tricks with us and tries to get us attached to the past. So never miss fresh God for some memory of God in the past. It's fully here for you.
Okay, thank you so much.
All my love. Okay, close it now. Thank you all so much for being in Satsang today. Sadguru Shri Muji Baba ki Jai. Guru Kripa Kevalam.